1, go. We are here. I don't even know what episode anymore, so I think that says, is that 50 up top? Yes, 50 episodes. Wow, I didn't even realize that. That's pretty cool. I know we skipped some, but to continue doing any kind of podcast or videos, that's where most things happen with people online. They start and they're all energized in the beginning, and then it falls off and they stop. But to say a podcast that was never intended to start, to be here now and the 50th episode, that's awesome. Tonight, some cool stuff. Kind of just talking, first time back since me going to the hospital. Tonight we have Camrie Caruso on, who actually is one of our sponsored NHR race cars, who had an accident a few months back, broke her leg, crashed a car. She actually starts racing again next week. So we have her on to talk about that. And we got I got tons of awesome supporters. Obviously, some of you right now leaving comments, Donnie, Daniel, everyone. But Robin's been a big-time supporter and a huge friend of mine. We have him on tonight to kind of talk about the season, what he's been doing, what he's going doing, maybe a little bit about this on car audio drama. What's up, Bobby, Catherine, Dusty? So I'm not, I wouldn't say I'm nervous, but I've got to feel like I got to break it back in because it's been a minute since we've done this. For all you know, I got real sick, went in the hospital, and man, I was messed up. But we're past that now. Today was my third full day in the office, so making huge things. But episode 50, we also we have the excess power B stock, the UC31 giveaway. We have 4 of those that we have to announce. So there's a lot given away tonight because we have those. And then for normal podcast giveaways, we're doing a Turbo Start, little small add-on battery. You can use it as just an add-on, or it's an AGM. It's small. It can be used for car audio. You can use it in your lawnmower, golf cart, whatever. It's actually what they call a race battery because they're small and they just need to really start the car. And then pop that back up. We have a bunch of Uniden DFR1 open boxes, returns. People, I don't know why people buy stuff and return it. Sometimes don't even open it. But we got a bunch of those. So we're going to give that away tonight too. So definitely have a chance to win something tonight. If you could now, while we're getting it going, share this out right now. Let's get as many people as we can in. Billy Milan, what's up? Indiana in the house. I'm seeing a lot more people out there. That's cool because that tends to be another area. You got GP up that way. You got Dropping Hertz up that way. So really cool to see you. Alejandro, who's my new manager at the office, is in here. Brandon Neal. So cool. So tonight, we're talking about episode 50. We're going to do a little talk about what happened with me. More, we're going to talk to Camrie Caruso, a professional race car driver that we sponsor her race car. Robin will be here talking about car audio. We recently brought in LF Audio, the meters. Keep hearing about this everywhere. So that's in. Also, I think we're probably the only one left with Excess Power X-Max 90s. So if you're interested, I don't think anybody really even has them. We got a good amount of those left. And we just did some price drops on some B2 audio stuff. The price came in cheaper as more and more product comes in the U.S. So does the prices drop. So we just did some reductions. And we have the Rage XL15s finally. So if you want something that is just bad to the bone, that is it right there. That is a monster. And then the Yukon's in the shop. Hopefully when we start doing some shows or going to shows next year, they'll be ready. Possibly putting 2 of those 33-inch subs in there. Possibly. Don't realize how big those subs are, and 2 of them's over 6 foot of space. They need like 20 cubes each. So we're trying to figure out how to make that work, and then we will call it Hair Tricks. Originally, I was going to call it 2.0, the remake, but now maybe think Hair Tricks 3.3 for the 33 inches. Okay, another big announcement. We just recently kind of figured it all out. We are bringing in Orion, where it'll be authorized distributor and online seller of all the XTR, HCCA, all their products. That's actually already on the way. So something you like. They have a lot of entry level all the way up to the big boy HCA stuff. Okay. Mike A in the house, Bobby, Big J. Okay, so tonight's going to be a fun night. We're going to talk about some car racing and also some car audio and give a bunch of stuff away, and that's what we do here. No matter what you say, you can't say I don't give a bunch of stuff away. I'm Big Jeff. Let's get this thing started.
Big Jeff is back, yeah, let's start the show. Let me get you caught up if you did not know. You see, Jeff took a hit, yeah, he was off his feet, chilling in the ER, eating mystery meat. While he was laid up in the hospital gown, his team said, yup, they held it down. The Big Jeff brand, it never fell off the rails. Taylor kicking ass, kept making them sales. Benjamin ran the show like his name Jay Leno. Ask how he did, digo muy bueno. Pumping out vids, pushing out new content. And the usual suspects was killing the comments. We was smashing the like, cause yeah, you know it's on. But the MVP was the homeboy Juan. Back to business, cause the boss is back. Ask what is this, there's no cause for that. Cause like subwoofers we get down low. I present the return of the Big Sound Show. Deviant for life, yeah you already know me. Glad to see you back for real, big homie. He's back, oh snap, all facts, no cap, let's go.
Big shout out to Deviant. He's the one that comes up with those raps. And I swear, if we reach out, say, hey, we need some, he could like just flow it in like the next day we have something, and then I'll make a change or two, and he does it right away. So he made that knowing I got out of the hospital. So big shout out to him. We have Robin in the house, and we have Camrie Caruso. All right, so some of y'all might know, might not know. You know, we sponsor NHRA. She was the first driver that we took that shot on, and this is our second year with her. And she actually recently had a accident, and she was out of commission for a little bit, and she starts racing again. And we actually got a full wrap on the next couple of races, which is really cool to be a part of. And her comeback race, which I don't think it gets any better than that. Like, I was super stoked, Camrie, when we had the first wrap, but I think this is huge because I know you're going to come back like a monster because you're a competitor, and you got to prove that's out of the way. And I know all eyes will be on you. And we got Robin in here tonight. Robin, what is everybody knows? Some people know you, for people that don't. What team are you with the
Team Big Jeff?
Okay. What cool thing about Robin, he doesn't get caught up in all this stuff. It's kind of crazy to me in car audio, the competition level, and it doesn't even become competition. It's even some of these car clubs that just kick people in and out and do all. It's like people spending their own money. Let them do what they want to do. Go have fun. You know, talk shit in the lanes. You know, it's just like crazy. So I do have a change up. The UC31 giveaway I thought we were doing tonight, but actually will be 2 Tuesdays from now with Sean Mayo from Excess Power. So that would be the 4 UC31s. But because I made that announcement wrong, we're going to give one of those away too today. So tonight, normal podcast giveaways will be some open box Uniden DFR1 radar detectors. I got tons of them, and I figured, hey, let me give them away. And we have a turbo start battery, and I'm going to throw in one of my UC31s. We bought up the last of the batch of them for all you people that have been buying these things. There's no more, so real cool. So let's start off here. Camrie, so give us just for people that are new, might not know, give us just a quick update on, you've been in the industry for X amount of years, had an accident, and where we're at now. Go from there.
So I started in juniors when I was younger, 8, 9 years old, kind of went through that phase. When I got older, 16, I moved up to super comp dragsters, top dragsters, worked my way up to top alcohol dragsters, and also did 632 for a year, and then we decided we were going to go pro stock racing. And this is my 3rd year in a pro stock car. And as Big Jeff mentioned earlier, I did have an accident in the beginning of the season that broke my leg, so it put me out for a few months. But we've been testing. We're super excited, and we go back racing this weekend, and we're in Indianapolis. And
now, everybody understand, when she's racing, she's going 200 plus miles an hour down the track. So that is down there. I've been there, seen it. If you blink, the car's gone, and there's already a time there. So that's really cool. With the comeback, we actually got a full wrap. You're seeing pictures of it now. She's going to be sporting that cool-ass ride, which I think is going to stand out big time. You're going to be where? Indiana this week, right?
We're going to Indiana this week.
Indianapolis, right. So check for her. She will be on Fox Sports. This is not backyard dirt track, like private county stuff. This is NHRA. This is the real deal stuff. And even though the cars go by super fast, she is on. And I guarantee if you want to watch Fox Sports this weekend, the following weekend, you will hear her name come up multiple times because they're going to talk about this for sure. So that's going to be pretty cool.
The car turned out so good, and the wrap sticks out.
That's just killer. You know, because a lot of the cars are just plain, and then they got the sponsors on there. Nothing really just grabs it. What is the pressure, though? Like, one, taking that crash and thinking, is this over, and come back. What is the pressure like right now? One, you were Rookie of the Year 2 years ago, I believe.
Yes.
And you got to live up to being Rookie of the Year in NHRA. And then you come out, you have an accident. What's the pressure like right now? I mean, what is going through your head to say, one, you haven't raced, actually before I went in the hospital, so you haven't raced in over 3 months.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's weird. Like, it's definitely longer than an off season. So it was definitely nerve-wracking. It still is. Indy's going to be a little more nerve-wracking than normal, just because all the eyes are going to be on me to see, okay, how is she coming back? Is she doing good? Is she not doing good? So it's definitely going to be nerve-wracking, but I have a really great team behind me and partners, and I have a good support system, and I know that they're going to give me the best car I possibly can have.
And, you know, on you guys, they said you think y'all spend a lot of money to competent, man. These cars are, you know, several $100,000, and the trailer alone, she had to go around the United States. It's pretty crazy. We actually got we like to do a little video break between. I'm going to do this one a little early because we got a Camrie reel, as we call it, and my guys put this together. So let's take a second, go kind of remember who Camrie Caruso is.
Politically correct all the time, but I'm very honest and I'm open, and you don't have to guess. I'm Camrie Caruso. I drive an NHRA Pro Stock car.
1,000 cubic inches at idle. It's the final round of Pro Stock Eliminator at the Arizona Nationals. She has a 100th advantage on Bo Butner. At the 8th mile, she's leading Bo Butner as the finish line stripe. It's Camrie Caruso for the first time.
Camrie Caruso's off the line first by 0.03 of a second. Does she have the performance? She does!
One. To give you an idea how well it's doing. 6.547. 209.39, and Camrie Caruso takes the sand haulers to the top.
And people can understand this is a business, Camrie. This is what you do for a living. You will deal. When we even first met, you brokered the deal with us and all your sponsors. You know, this isn't just getting a car and having fun. This is a business. I mean, one, it's a family business, and two, you have employees and you have sponsors you have to worry about. And man, I can only imagine even the social media, because you being a young female in this, you probably have a huge following, you know, with young females too. What is that feeling like?
Honestly, and you'll get this 100% is it's a business, but we also love it. And I think that is what sets it apart a little bit. And it is a family business. I have my dad in my corner helping me every step of the way, and my grandpa, thank goodness, because I am still young. I still have a lot to learn on partnerships and racing and business and everything else. But to be able to learn with the people I have around me and the partners I have that can teach me, it's really such a blessing in disguise. But it is a hard business because I do get all the partners and sponsors by myself, which I think that makes it a little more personable and worth it to them because they're actually talking to me. They can tell me what they like, what they don't like, what they need more of, and I can make sure I'm doing it myself. Nobody else is, you don't have to worry about it getting lost in translation because you're talking to me. And that's what my dad has taught me is you have to be personable and you have to take constructive criticism. So it's been hard, but it's been worth it every step of the way.
We didn't start. If you guys want to win that Turbo Start battery, since we're talking about racing, it can be used for any 12-volt application, car, bike, whatever. Go ahead and comment the word turbo, TURBO, and we will pick a winner for that. So, Robin.
Yes, sir.
Robin asked her before we started, is there air conditioning in the race car? And I'm just like, there's nothing in that race car. There's a molded seat that fits her behind, and that's about it. You've never been to a race, Robin, huh?
I've been one time here in Atlanta at the Atlanta Motor Speedway.
Right.
But it wasn't nothing like what she does.
I know, there's huge, like even the urban areas doing like the old Chevys and all races. That's big, but these things are going 200 plus miles an hour, just ridiculous amounts of horsepower, man, and it's crazy. When we first started with it, it was kind of fun because I set DirecTV to record the races, and I didn't really comprehend, like, it's live, it's being recorded live. And the one that I was at in Gator National and I got kind of interviewed on there was really cool, but when you watch it, and if you ever go to one of these, you kind of put the two together. Like, it's one thing to see it on TV, and it's another thing to be there. It's pretty crazy, honestly. It's an experience. Honestly, I'm glad I got to do it. I maybe hope that I can get out to one of these at least this year before she's done, because I know she's going to get back. Is there a chance since you've been out so many races, how does that work with the point system and getting to the end? I know you won last year the All-Star, which was something new. What happens this year? Are you kind of racing just to finish out, or is there still a chance for something big?
So we can go and we can win any race we go to. So we have 7 races left. So I can go and I can win any of those 7. Unfortunately, I can't win the championship this year because I have missed 10 races, but I can still compete in the All-Stars next year. I can still compete for a championship next year, but we can still go win the event itself this year.
Gotcha. So, I mean, you got to finish out no matter what, and, you come back strong another season. In our world, these guys blow shit up and takes them out of that. Might even take them out of the next show for the ones that travel all the time. But you got to keep doing it. You got to stay up to it. If you have any questions for Camrie Caruso, go ahead and leave a comment. I'm going to try to get to them. If you haven't heard, comment the word turbo, and we'll be giving away a battery. And then at the end of the night, we'll give away some of these radar detectors. So what is your where's your mindset for this race next week? Are you like psyched in? What is it? Or is it just free flow like it's a normal every day?
So it's definitely an adjustment just because I've been out for so long, but I'm super excited. I think that it's going to be great. If you're in the Indiana area, come out, say hi, hang out with us for the weekend. It's going to be super awesome. It's one of the biggest races of the year. It's 1.5 points. It's the last race before the countdown to the championship. And they've done a lot of updates. So I'm really excited to get back out there. We have a really awesome looking car, thankfully. So yeah. So guys, pull the picture back up.
We got obviously Big Jeff on there, and they're pulling it up right now. And we got a couple snuck in. You'll have to see it up close, but You see the Riot logo on the back with the hashtag "You Can Never Be Too Loud." On the door, actually has a Def Bounce woofer behind the big. The rear quarter panel, you'll see like a green speaker. That's a DS18 Marine speaker. So we took all the biggest brands, and you see the Titan excess power battery up by the front fender and a sundown amp over it. So we don't want to take away from her and obviously me sponsoring, but we put in subtle things to make people look. And I think the color scheme is killer. It's going to look really cool.
So you can kind of see it a little closer up there.
Hold on, let me enlarge you here. Let me pull the picture off. There we go. And let me enlarge her.
You can kind of see all this QR code, the battery. There's the hair tricks, this woofer, and then there's that on the back as well as that.
That's going to be killer. That's going to be really killer.
Yeah, it looks really good in person. Like the red pops so much.
Right. So, that kind of gets things going, for sure, knowing that you're coming back strong. How's the leg? Is that fully healed up or?
It is. Honestly, when we first got back testing a couple weeks ago, I was worried that it might be sore and hurt, but I was in PT for 7 weeks, I believe, and honestly, I feel great. It doesn't hurt me. It doesn't bother me. So I think I might be in better shape now than I was.
Well, they say if it's a clean break, you actually heal back stronger, like your bones, especially when you're younger, you build up calcium, but still, that was something to go through for sure. Okay, this is what we're going to do because I got it all out of whack. Make sure you comment the word turbo. I'm going to jump ahead. We're going to do a slide. Oh, do you have a video? Yeah, let's do a video break of Robin and some of his competitions. And then we'll come back and we'll talk with Robin. And if you got questions for Camrie, we'll pop them in. We're still doing good on time. Let's go ahead and take a quick video break. So I had somebody ask me today, Robin, and said, what does it take to be Team Big Jeff? And I'm like, I don't know. It's like a team that runs around and competes. What really all it is a customer that spreads a good word. And, we try to stay out of the riffraff. And I always tell people don't even comment on it. But, try to help them out with discounting stuff because we still have a business to run and I still have bills to pay and people to pay, but try to discount them and, do what we can. That's really what Team Big Jeff is, because at the end of the day, you and the rest of people, the ones that are going to do this is your hobby, your sport. And if we can make it a little easier or a little more manageable with product and support, that's what we're here for. So that's what it is really. It's not a car club. It's not nothing. It's just good customers that not there with their hand out. And I can tell you, Robin's never been one of those with his hand out. In fact, for the longest time, he wasn't really even asking for a discount. So that's what I mean. So give everybody an idea. Most people in here obviously know who you are. People that don't, give a little bios on you. How'd you get into it? What made you get into it? And where you're at now with it.
Well, as I came back again, hurt in Iraq, I started doing car audio here in Georgia, and I went to a show and I seen Bo, and the first time I ever met Jonathan Price at that time, and I was like, man, I could do stuff like this. And ever since then, it just took off from me. I started out small, made my way up into the ranks, and now my name is out there and being recognized by a lot of different people. And since I've been with you and everything, you see some of the awards I won, the championship belt, you know, and I just been amazed with all the help that I got from you. And I'm not gonna leave car audio. This is my dream.
Right, right. And you actually have multiple vehicles now that you're doing, correct?
Yes, sir.
So how are you gonna manage that? You're gonna have to trailer that out. Like, you blew my mind that you drove all the way down for the show here in the demo, which isn't a luxury vehicle. It's not made to be comfortable. And I'm like, you really drove this all the way down here. I'm like, better than me. Like, I wouldn't have done it, you know.
Well, at that time, we was in the making of. We was gonna bring my Suburban too. That's the ones like with they're about 6Ks in it. But the night before the show, we blew our amps, so the Suburban ended up staying at home. But
Right.
now, since B2 is out, we finna do something crazy with it. We thinking about doing a steel cage in it. I can't make it fast like hers, but
Right.
hey.
But maybe you could bring it to one of the races. That would be super cool.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
I would be honored to part next to you and do that.
That'd be
But
awesome.
we're gonna do something crazy with it, and we're gonna help B2 and show them what B2 made about. We're thinking about doing a couple of 33s on 40,000 watts.
Right. So I was just telling everybody before, those 33-inch woofers, I didn't see them when they came in. I was in the hospital, so I never really got to see them in person. And I was by the shop that's, working on the Yukon, and they had them out there because we're trying to see if we could fit them in there too, right?
Right.
Nobody has 33. Steve Mead's the only person that has those speakers, and he's got them in the home audio. Nobody has that. In Europe, there's a few guys running that stuff, but not over here. And I got to see it. I could not believe how big that thing is, because it's 200 pounds, so there's a huge motor on it. But the motor looks small because it's 33 inches, so even two of them is almost 6 feet.
Right.
Hey, you guys got loaded picks also? Or just the demo vehicle on that? No picks? Okay. See if you could bring... There you go. See if you could hit that picture I took today from the stereo shop and download and bring it up here so you get a second. So that's cool that you switch over to B2. You've been a Def Bounce guy, Avatar. So are you going to switch up the brands between the vehicles, or?
Well, right now we're gonna leave a Tahoe with the avatars in it and build a nasty demo vehicle, build with the B2s, and then probably next after I finish building that and bring it out beginning of the year, we're gonna work on the Tahoe and rip everything out and probably do something crazy again in that.
So do you get as much enjoyment as the build as it is the competing, or what really gets you going?
Well, what get me going now, since I've been doing this, is the point when I get to shows, people come ask me for demos or even ask me to be a judge on certain head tricks or shows and stuff like that. And then when I go to shows and see people just come up to me with big Jeff gear on, it gives me the biggest joy that I help put the brand out there and the company out there.
And you're a non-biased guy, so that's got to get some respect in the industry,
right?
Judge, right? Because all the controversy that goes on, it's amazing. It just blows my mind more and more. It's bad enough when people bring me into it and I have nothing to do with it or made up stuff, but it's just funnier to see some of these manufacturers and also companies just back and forth. It's like, just do your thing. There's millions of people.
Right.
And then if it's competition of a manufacturer sub, do that through their team at the shows and win that way. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The B2 stuff, it's basically brand new back. What people are seeing from the old seller from years ago is literally product that's 2-3 years old. That's sad. So it's cool to get some vehicles going again. The Stormtrooper, actually, I don't know if you heard last little video we did. They got invited by Blondie Supercar.
Okay.
So, Camrie, I don't know if you've ever seen her. She's actually blonde-haired chick, British accent. She got like 14 million followers. I mean, huge.
Oh,
she
wow.
goes worldwide to supercars, custom built, like cars that are like one left in the world, and basically talks about the car, interviews the person. I mean, she's got millions and millions of followers. They reached out to B2's demo here called Storm Trooper, which is a Hummer done from a whole theme is Stormtrooper from Star Wars. Reached out, the producers want to come out and do a whole shoot and interview with them.
Oh wow, that's
huge
awesome.
for the B2 brand because even her sharing something is crazy.
Yeah.
Let alone actually do it. So they're actually to that.
At the car shows, do you is there like a schedule that you go through that are only the competition ones, and then do you win like just car shows, or is it like a who wins the most? Like, is that
well, the way we do it, we got different classes. Like me, I have a wall in my truck, so I compete in 30 Hertzberg, Seal, Outlaw, Windy City 1, Windy City 2, and then that's in one organization, and you can win up to five awards just in that organization. Then we got another organization called Low Frequency, which geared to people like me who can't play their truck open because how we tuned with 6 orders. So they geared toward us with low frequencies. But I'm such a competitor. I would do the seal classes in any class they have out there. If I blow a speaker, I blow a speaker. As long as I know I went out there and gave my hardest. So I don't turn down the competition from anything. I love it.
Some of these shows, Camrie, like a bunch in Florida, they have like car show, then bay show together. So they'll have, and it could be a truck show because trucks are huge right now, lifted and everything else. And they'll have that, and they'll have judges going around doing that. And then the base would be multiple classes, and it could be, then there's awards because keep in mind, it's one thing to move air, that's lower notes, and when they're measuring what they call SPL, sound pressure, it's a higher frequency. So when you put all that money and time in a car, it's either going to go one way or the other. You can kind of get a middle area, but it's never going to be incredibly loud. But people go with actually world records. I forgot what year it was. 20 years ago, B2 Audio actually, when it was big, had a world record. Go ahead, Camrie.
That's awesome.
So these guys are not just competing for bragging rights. Some of them, they can win money, prizes. It's an industry. Car audio is an industry. Used to be different, bigger when I was younger, but different. The technology now, totally different. I mean, just in batteries. Think about it back then. With what we can do now in a battery, I'm trying to say this big, compared to back then, like old, before even AGMs, Camrie, would be like 20 or 30 batteries, car batteries. And that was charged. So that changed the industry. And then obviously amplifier technology that has changed. So all this has changed. And
Bluetooth technology.
When I was a kid, if you were doing 150 decibels, you were fucking loud. Now, guys, if 150 is every day, people are hitting 180s, which is like the sound of the space shuttle taking off.
That's crazy. Just to see, even on, and I'm sure it's way different in person, but I've seen a lot of truck shows and car shows on TikTok and Instagram, and to see what people build and what people come up with, it's awesome.
And then think like even his, obviously it's not like the race cars where they're spending $500,000, but this build he's talking about, he's going to drop probably when he's done, if you counted up labor and everything else, 20, 30 grand like that. So it's pretty crazy. If you guys have any questions for Robin or Camrie, pop up. I know I've been missing comments. Hey, my guys in the background, can you all every so often pop up some comments? Do you have a Facebook page, YouTube channel I can follow? Jesse Burlow. I don't know if he's asking for Robin or Camrie, but yes, they both do. If you guys could put that up at the bottom stream or both their information, for sure. Everybody's got, that's what it is. It's social media. You're building a brand. Camrie Caruso is a brand. You want to use a name, you're going to pay for it. You want to get honored, you're going to pay for it. Robin is building a brand. He doesn't know where that's going to take him one day. It might just stay a hobby. It might not. Let's do this. Let's pick a winner, too, before I get totally lost of time for the Turbo Star. If you haven't said turbo already, you're too late. Jesse Bertlow, congratulations. You won the turbo battery. Contact 737 Big Jeff. 737 Big Jeff or chat in and they'll get you set up. Okay, if you want a chance to win one of the Uniden radar detectors, now they're open box, but they're working. They're new. We just got a bunch of them. We're going to give away 4 tonight. A nice, easy working radar detector. Go ahead and comment the word speed. SPEED.
And they work good, guys. I used mine going to Florida to see Big Jeff last year. They work awesome.
Man, you just got to learn. Radar detectors are not foolproof, but if you learn how to use it and time it, the only way I've had a couple cops on trips. They'll be smart and they won't stay on the radar. They'll just kind of track it and they'll get you. But you know what the biggest return reason is for radar detectors? It didn't go off when I went by a cop. And it's like, you're stupid. Like, not every cop has radar and not every cop has the radar on. But put speed. We're going to give away 4 of those. So it'll be 4 lucky winners. And we'll go back to that. So
I need a radar detector.
Oh, we'll definitely. Yeah, I mean, every car, first thing I do is tint the windows because I'm in Florida, and I put a radar detector, and now I put a dash cam because I got too much to lose in an accident covering who did what.
Well, if you need a radar car, you'll need one for the race car. They get behind you. You're going to leave them.
No, I need one for my regular car. I
never asked that with you, Camrie. Being that you go so fast, are you heavy foot when you drive normal?
Honestly, I try not to be, but I don't even realize it. I'll just be going along, following my directions or listening to music, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm doing 90. Like,
right, because when you race, you're just pedal to the metal. I've seen you. Yeah. There's no hesitation. So do you ever do that at a light and just mess around?
Yeah, it's actually really bad. Like, I got in a pretty decent amount of trouble down here about 1.5 years ago. Because in New York, if you get a speeding ticket, you can just pay it online and be done.
Right.
You can't do that down here, and I didn't know that. So I missed my...
Well, it depends. You must have had a big ticket.
It was like a 90 and a 65.
That is why. That's different. So the biggest thing happened to me, because when I got to the hospital, I had that wound vac on me. It was like I walk around with it, sucking the crap out of me. So the moment I got off it, I'm like, I'm going driving. And during the time I went in the hospital, I got a V12 BMW 7 Series, faster than hell. Before I went to the hospital, I totally forgot I ordered my exhaust and a whole ECU replacement. So that gets me up to like 740 horse, 760 pounds of torque, all-wheel drive. So I totally forgot about it. I said, well, get it put in, and then I get to drive it. The car's parked. First thing I did, man, I just wanted to punch it. You know, that freedom of just, you know, imagine, what is the average horsepower on your class on those cars? Definitely over 1,000.
Yeah, it's probably somewhere between like 14 and 1,600.
And I could say in 700 horse, give or take, it throws me in the back seat. So I can't imagine double that, you know, with those size wheels. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I need to be more careful about the speeding on the road thing.
Yeah, I mean, but knock on wood, now I'll probably get myself screwed up. I always go to the ticket doctor, get a ticket, and if they go there, they can at least fight it. It won't be points on the license. If you're coming in late, I see your dad's in here. What's up, Mark? I'm going to get with you. I've just been trying to catch everything up lately. If you're coming in late, I got Camrie Caruso here, who actually is a NHR drag race driver, professional, that we sponsored. She had a bad accident right around the time I got hurt, and she is doing her comeback, her first race next week in Indiana. And I got Robin on here. Some announcement made earlier. We just brought in Orion. Could you sell my battery, but Jeff, please? 100%. Jesse, do me a favor. When you call in the customer service, just let them know, and they'll bring in the office. I still feel funny. I have no problem doing that. I don't charge people for that. I feel funny doing it because I'm just a normal guy. But I even went as far as to get paint markers because people want all types of stuff signed. What does that make you feel? Because I've seen people want you to sign stuff, Camrie.
It's so awkward.
It's awkward. And I'm not making jokes of anybody that does do it. I'm just saying I don't think of myself as that, right? It's like I'm not Michael Jordan.
Yeah, it's just awkward. It's just like, well, wait, I'm just normal. I don't know what you mean.
Right, but well, you're not. I mean, you're very known, and I mean, I'm known, but you're known in a different way, and I really see you going all the way to the top. And getting an autograph from you right now might be worth someday. For me, I don't think it'll ever be worth anything, but it is cool for somebody to respect what I do. You know, to me, building this out of a single car garage with nothing, like a regular person, or even being in life where I've been on top and on the bottom or almost homeless, that's what makes me proud, right? So,
and you should, because you've built it up to something huge.
Yeah, and all the people along the way that tell me I'm doing this wrong or doing that wrong, and I'm like, man, screw you, I'm just going to do it. Don't even talk about it, just do it. And that's the same thing I tell my employees, pedal to the metal. And they'll tell you that's my expression. Pedal
the brands you carry. The
I'll
brands you carry.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing. I lucked out. Floyd, keep Floyd's up. I'm going to have her answer it. But the brands I carry, when I got them pre-COVID, I mean, look at even the other big guys. They don't get brands like Rockford and Kicker. That should tell you what, when people talk about how bad I am or shiesty, companies like Rockford and Kicker are not putting their product in there to be sold online also, not in a stair shop. You don't find that at all these other companies. So
honestly, that's the thing. You're going to have haters because of their jealous of what you've done. I had a guy message my racing page, and he was like, Big Jeff won't answer me. And I'm like, what do you want me to do about it?
Right.
I get that all the time.
We literally have thousands of people. People don't realize how big this is, and I have a full-time team that even it takes to respond to normal stuff, let alone me even having time to go to my personal page. And I try to, and I even tell them, sorry it took so long. I'm not being rude. But you know what it is, Camrie? Some people nowadays still feel like they don't understand how big it is. That if I didn't have a full-time team responding and answering, we would never get through it. Floyd here, which Floyd is in and out. You better make a comeback, Floyd, because I was kind of missing your motivational videos and stuff. But Floyd wants to know, what is the fastest quarter-mile time you've had? That's a great question.
So I've been like 5:19 in a top alcohol dragster, 5.19 seconds in a top alcohol dragster, but I've definitely been like, I think 6:49 in my pro stock car.
Okay, so let's just say 6 seconds, right? You're going at what speed in 6 seconds?
Like 200 miles an hour.
Okay, that is crazy, right? And then when you get past that point and the parachutes jump out, does it really like pull you back, or?
Yeah, it's like it takes a second.
You this way, and then you're that way. I mean, you're strapped in like crazy, but.
Yeah, you know when they come out, you can feel it.
So it's the same thing in our world. When that bass hits you, I know in the Yukon there was one note on one song that just made it where you couldn't even swallow. Like anybody that was in there or me, you would try to swallow, and it was just this particular note that resonated perfectly, and you're like, you couldn't get it, and in your nose. Robin, you know what I'm talking about, right? You find a frequency in your car that just plays, that is, in your head, that is the loudest note, right? And it just goes through. Think about her.
The song that you talk about, you choked everybody out. I remember it to this day. Thunder Rolling.
I remember it was like the perfect note, and it was just you couldn't swallow. It's crazy. So imagine being 200 miles an hour this way, and then coming to the stop so you don't run off the track. Have you ever come close to going off the track?
Yes.
Okay, because some of them are not real long. I mean, you got a short amount of distance to stop. That's pretty great. Deviant's in here. Deviant, you're late. You missed your opening with the new song. Even if you don't win a radar detector tonight, you got one on me. So that for sure. I love Deviant. Big shout out. Zaz, I want to give a big shout out to Zaz. If you see the comments here, ZAZZ69. Don't even know what Zaz really looks like. Probably will never. He's one of those. He runs our Let's Talk Car Audio. We originally started it because I was tired of these groups, and all they did was bash different companies and complain. And I said, you know what? Best way to do it is start our own. And we're at like 6,000 members already within a short amount of time. But anyway, it got so big that Ben wasn't able to just control it. I don't have time. So we made Zaz admin, and he runs that. You can't get no riff after him. He knocks out all the fake model entries, and he's constantly coming up with topics. Big shout out to him. Mark, John, we need Deviant to do a Crime Caruso rap. 100%. Mark, I'll get you Deviant's email. This is the guy that you can give, hey, I need a rap about this subject. And within a few days, it's there. You know what, Deviant? That would be awesome for you to do a personal rap for Camrie Caruso. You make the rap. No, God, right now. You make the rap, send it in. My guys will put the video together of her and her highlights, and she could use it if she wants for whatever.
That'd be so cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
Deviant, definitely. We could do that. That would be super, super cool. Listen, before it gets too late, let's give away. We're going to pick. Have you guys had time to pick the 4 winners? They get a thumbs up? Okay. So we have 4 radar detectors we're giving away. Just want to go over a couple things too. We have the LAF audio, right? Yes, LAF. I got to sure because there's no LF audio. Sorry. We have that stuff in stock, and we have the new wireless one on the way, the brand new one. We only because they're still pre-order, but we got a couple coming. You all for the Basehead Garage. Here's one, Camrie. I'm gonna give you a bad problem I deal with. Basehead Garage is in Croatia. They designed a product that can basically meter how much power comes out of an amp. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Until that, it was really only one company that made something to do that. Okay. Well, anyway, I hit them up pre-hospital, and they were only putting a few of them out, really inexpensive to kind of control the market or to see the market. And I reached out and said, hey, I don't know if you know who I am. Big Jeff, I'd love to bring your product in, blah, blah, blah. And I lucked out, got with them before they got mainstream and everybody knew about them. And so we get it in, and we're actually getting more in than they'll sell on their site. They'll take care of pre-orders, but we're getting the bulk in. And here they announce it, excited that they have kind of like distribution, because until then they were shipping out one at a time from Croatia to U.S.
Oh, wow.
It takes weeks to get there. Most of the time the package gets lost, multiple reasons why. And here they have a distribution, a guy that wants to promote the living piss out of them because, you know what, I think it's an awesome item. And they made it exclusive. We'll be their only wholesale, at least for part of the year. And, of course, I understand they're going to branch out, but we'll still be their main guy. And people get on their Facebook, I would have picked any other retailer, Big Jeff's piece. It's like, dude, you're buying the product. Stop. Like, why do you wake up in the morning?
Give it up.
Right? Here I am able to bring, where before they were only selling like 30 at a time. We're bringing in hundreds of them. Like, just stop it. But that's the shit we deal with. But anyway, we also brought in everyone Orion. So Orion was an old school brand. Give you a quick update. Orion was an old school brand, kind of got messed up by Orion. Recently, well, I'll say last year, merged with Cadence, which is another big car audio company. Cadence put money back into it, manufacturing, brought all the product lines. So people know Orion for like HCA amps and, and there's cheap stuff and big stuff. But anyway, they've been on me about bringing in the brand. I just say, man, I don't have the time. I don't even have the money. And we finally worked to deal with them. We have product on the way. We'll have the full dealers and also online. So that's on the way with LF.
That's awesome.
Yeah, really cool because it does it. It's a line that old school people, my generation, know what it was, and they're really expensive, so it's great. And then it just kind of mixes with the rest of the stuff we have. Okay, let's pick out some winners from radar detectors. Remember, so I don't want to hear, oh, Big Jeff sent me a fucking used ring. No, they're open box. They're tested. They work fine. I got a bunch from them, so why not give them away? Winners for radar detectors are Eric N., Justin Watkin, Stephen Cassidy, Rachel Gianni. I don't know if I messed that up. Congratulations, you all. We'll send it to you free and some swag. Contact 737 Big Jeff. You can call, text, WhatsApp, or you can chat in on bigjeffaudio.com. Deviant, you want one? Let my CSR team. I'll send you one anyway. I appreciate everything you do for me. Robin, Camrie, this is cool. It's like my real first night back. Camrie, you got your first week back coming next week. So being that I won't be there, but I will be on the big screen rooting on the big Jeff audio car. Guys, pull up the picture of her car again. It's just, I think the wrap is killer. It represents her. I think it represents us. Big Jeff's wrap, Camrie Caruso's comeback, which is going to be awesome. You know, Camrie is mostly going to be the news attention you're going to get because of the comeback. Win or lose, you came back. Some people could have went the other way after an accident like that. Remember, everybody, she had an accident, cracked the car up, broke her leg bad enough, and those cars are thick tube steeled. I mean, safe. She's in harnesses, and for you to still break your leg, it was a fierce accident. So for you to come back is already showing who you are, period. So win or lose. But I'm going to tell you what, I know the news coverage is going to be off chain because the news loves to talk about something, right? And it's a comeback.
Absolutely.
So,
even when it crashed, whether it was good or bad what they were saying, there was still so much publicity for the car just alone, just because of what happened. And like you
and
said,
that was just a new car too. You just got that car. So each year she does better. She gets more sponsors, more money, winnings. And she just got new Camaro. You know, the body is a Camaro, you know, the shell, but new everything. So that's kind of crappy, but at least you survived with a broken leg. But you coming back is the first thing. Robin, what's the next big show for you?
Well, I got the championship coming up in October for low frequency, and then in November for GS3.
Stephen Cassie, awesome. Thanks, man. I think Sarah Dusty actually getting me fun. Yeah. So Sarah Dusty is a team. Dusty is a guy who actually has been through a lot of medical stuff. I mean, if he wants to bring up, he can. I give him props for that. And he actually won a marked giveaway, got the amp from us, and he already bought the stickers from us, and then started winning. Well, he was winning already, but he was kicking butt with it. Now I'm trying to talk him into going some B2 audio, I think he's almost there. But
I think he's there.
Yeah, huge supporters. All of you are huge supporters, man.
Maybe we can make Robin come out to Bradenton in February with his car.
I guarantee he would come for sure. I'm definitely going to be there next year. He could stay down with me anyway and, come hang out with us. Bradenton, Gator Nationals, Robin, is a pretty huge event, honestly.
Okay.
That one's awesome, too. They're both great.
There's 60 to 80,000 people there. And let me tell you, when they told me, I'm like, yeah, right. When you start seeing the masses of people walking, when they come out of the, from sitting, it's like, holy cow, we were there, like, look at all these freaking people, man. Like, you just don't comprehend it till you're there. 80,000
And they
people.
just don't slow down. They just come in groups.
Right. It's like a bunch of cockroaches in waves coming through, dude. They stop at every tent, every car, because she can't just sit out there and sign autographs all day. So she does timings when she does it. And boy, I've seen a couple I'd be scared of because she does. I know have some followers that are a little bit on the crazy side, and you can see they have that crazy eye when they're there trying to get a hug with her and everything else. I've seen it, and I know that's hard because you want to be rude, right? But you don't know who could be the next stalker. You know what I'm saying? My people, sometimes they get mad at me, like you said, that one guy, because I couldn't respond. And it's like, dude, when there's just hundreds. And
Someone sent me a letter to my house a couple months ago because I didn't get a picture, which I hadn't. They had bought a shirt and the return address was my address. I've since changed it to a PO. Yeah, they sent me a letter that I broke their heart into pieces because I didn't get a picture with them in Arizona after my accident.
Oh. Wow. So, true story, I'm not going to go deep into it. I'm in the hospital. My phone's blowing up with text. I don't have the number saved. And I don't give my personal number out to everybody. We have plenty of numbers we give out. We even have other cell phones. Found out it's a guy trying to get sponsored this and this. Somehow tracked down my personal cell phone. He even said he had hell tracking it down, and then brought up the development I live in that he didn't know if he was going to go drive there. So, no lie, I'm not going to lie. I texted him back finally because it was like 20 messages. And I said, this is Jeff's wife. He's in the hospital, blah, blah. He still didn't stop. So finally I tell the office, hey, see what this guy needs or what. Man, it's kind of scary sometimes, honestly. You try to get deviant for like, what RPM is redline on that beast? That's got to be a high RPM, right? What is your red line on the car?
So we have a hard rev limiter at 10.5.
10.5, right? Oh,
so we shift 5 times, and every time we shift, it's at 10.5.
But hold on, you shift 5 times in 6 seconds, or basically 5 seconds.
Yeah.
So it's just, do you even hit the clutch at that point after you go, or do you just jam?
You just pull the Liberty, and hopefully it goes in.
Right, because I remember that one race I was there and it didn't go in, and you kind of lost because of that. Yeah. Wow. Okay, that's crazy. Robin, next year, Gator Nationals, we probably, I don't know yet, obviously it depends on my health and everything else, but we'll probably go set up again and do our thing there. But if not, I still go because it's literally
people still come on the booth and the chains and the bags. Like, they come up and they're like, when's he coming back out? Do you have any chains?
Right.
I'm like,
it's really cool because like the first time, people don't really know you yet, and after a period of time, people get to know you, and it's the cardio network doesn't realize how many people I met in the race world. And although I don't know if they spend money every day or not, we still grew our audience by thousands. And that last one we were at, Gator Nationals, they were so friendly, honestly. Now, some of them are crazy because they just want free stuff, but some of them were just, hey, Jeff, and waving, and we had the golf cart still, which I sold off, and really cool people. Eric Salgo, I screw up your last name. Eric S., how's that? Big Jeff, you're going to be at Slam Fest this year. Don't know, man. So you guys got to understand, to go to a show, it's multiple employees, big money, you got to get vehicles there. It's a huge, you're not from the shop. Remember, we're still a distributor of product, right? So, like, I give credit, actually, to Down for Sound, where whatever people think about him, JP. He built up a network enough to have people go to all these shows, and he could fly in and just pop up. That wasn't easy, and it's expensive because it costs money, right? And manufacturers should be putting the money on that. But I don't know what shows we're going into. I liked it going to it. We were the first ones just to give stuff away where you didn't feel like you had to come up there and buy it, and that's what marketing should be. But keep in mind, you guys, girls don't realize when we're giving out shirts, chains, water, you're talking everybody to the booth. Potentially, I'm giving away $10. So on an average, let's say we see even 500 people, times that by $10 just in that stuff, not including employees and tents and gas, and it gets real expensive. So got to be picky on it. And two, we're doing a lot of change at the shop, and we'll see. But I'll keep everybody updated for sure. Robin, definitely next year, Gator Nationals. If I set up or not, we're going.
We're going
that weekend. It's an awesome.
Yes, for sure. It'll be awesome.
And you might actually
do a head trick for me.
There you go. We might get the actual blacktop where she spins out, and you usually can get on TV that way.
Okay.
Pretty cool. Okay, listen, it was cool to have Camrie Caruso. I'm proud of you for coming back, coming strong. I'm be even more proud of you if you win next week, because that means more publicity.
Thank you.
So I'm not going to lie there. I'm going to want to see it on Fox Sports. I want to see it on Drag Illustrated and all the rest. So that's going to be really cool. But win or lose, coming back, that's what matters, honestly, Camrie. People don't realize what it takes.
Team Caruso all day long.
It's huge.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I can never say thank you enough, man. You've been a true, it's like Parker the Basehead. People don't realize he was buying product for me. I found him because one video I saw Big Jeff's sticker on the box. Parker never reached out for a discount, never whatever. And when I found him, it paid off because then I, in a way, really sponsored him to do what he does with my name. But he got it the right way. Robin, you're the same guy. You was a customer. You were a good customer, and then you became a friend to everybody at the shop and me. Robin, close enough to have my personal cell phone, and keep doing what you're doing, spread name and having fun. To me, that's huge. And I always tell everybody when I start, if I get bigger, you get bigger. If I get bigger, I get bigger. And I believe that in networking. And that's why I love just to network people as long as they want to network back. Kate, good luck. Not even going to bug you. I'm just going to watch it and probably will bug you after it no matter what. But you're going to get the rest of the season for sure. I want to see you win All-Star again.
We'll have Dan pictures and Tori send pictures throughout the weekend.
If you guys don't know, Google NHRA All-Star. It was the first time they did it. It's a four-way race. First time ever they did this race. She won last year. So that tells you how badass she is, right? Google Camrie Caruso. There's a ton of stuff. And the really cool thing is you'll see a lot of stuff with Big Jeff with it, which is what it's about. And Robin.
Well, I speak for Robin too, but we're happy you're back too.
I appreciate it. It was definitely life-changing. Can't even explain it. It was life-changing, like for the good and the bad, honestly. Like it changed things in a good way too. Robin might be doing 33s in there. I'm trying to fit 33s in mine too. So that'd be pretty cool to have two vehicles with 33-inch woofers in there, just moving. What we're going 18 hertz, just
yes, for babies.
That would be crazy. So keep watch on that and podcast in 2 weeks. Everyone, we're going to go back to doing it every 2 weeks on Tuesday night, 7:30. Next week we have. Let me bring in. I'm probably not. If Nelly wants to come in, you can send us a message. I don't know if she wants to. Yeah, let's bring Nelly in. Nelly, you all right to come in? Give me a thumbs up. Okay. Nelly is one of our new creative online team. That's Nelly there. She's been working at the shop for months now. She actually had a little thing YouTube going on, and that's how when she applied, I looked into her stuff, and she's been working with us, really growing with it. What happened to Benjamin? Where is he? We don't have enough.
I think we got too many people on here. There we go.
Okay, we've got everybody. Cool.
Yeah.
So Nelly's new. Benjamin, we know who he is, and Taylor some hair because he's got to need a haircut. Going back to every 2 weeks. Next 2 weeks will be Excess Power. Do we have anybody else with Sean? Are we double booking?
So on the 24th, we've got Sean Mayo. Next podcast, we've got so far Floyd Vester, who was in here earlier. I don't know if he's still here.
So Sean is the 24th of next month.
Yep.
And we're going to wait to give away those UC 31s till then. Okay. And you said next Tuesday or 2 Tuesdays is who? Floyd, you better not stick out on me, Floyd. And we'll probably back you up with one more person. I don't know if Robin's available. Maybe we throw him back in too. Robin, I wanted to give Camrie a little bit more time just because she's going back to racing. So you can come on all the time once she gets back in racing. She's laser focused, and I'm glad we even got her in one place to come on here. Camrie, thank you so much for coming on. Robin, thank you for coming on. Everybody, we had a great amount of people in here. An awesome night back. Thank you for the love, the support. Orion, B2 Audio, LF Audio, all the new stuff we're bringing in, and of course all the other brands we always have. I'm Big Jeff, signing off. Let's get out of here.
All right.
The show in the bag, yeah, that's a wrap. Big Sound is the best, and that ain't no cap. Hit the website if you need that merch. It's Big Jeff Audio and hit the search. I know you had fun, yeah, you gotta admit it. That boy Big Jeff took his thing and he did it. Always a win, yeah, never a L. Did you smash the like, subscribe, and hit the bell? Share it on your socials, put it on blast. We'll be back next week with another podcast. Big Sound in the house, like no other. Deviant and Big Jeff.